Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I am your host, Mike Luke. All right, proudly presented by Little Caesars. Everybody out there, you're doing a very good job. We need to keep the momentum going. Everybody, we need to keep the momentum going. The code LCFREECC, and even if it doesn't, the code doesn't work there. Still take pictures like Kenny Abbey did and post them, and then we will repost them. You are the best. Again, back to Caesars. Pizza. Bang, boom, boom, boom. All right, now joined by Jason Shearer. Looks like Jason, I think, got out of bed a little bit early today. It looks like, Jason, what time did you get up? About 10:05, something like that?
No. I was up.
Oh, wow. Early day for Shearer, not the 10:28 wake-up call.
Cleaning camera.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, now, so anyways, we got a lot to get to this show. We are going to talk about Ivan. We are going to talk about somebody on Shearer's board broke that appears to be that guy. We have no inside information on this. That would be all. That looks like that would be Kobe L. Thiel's information, though. So again, follow Kobe. By the way, this camera is like, there we go. Okay. But yeah, we're also going to talk a lot about EY. We're going to talk a lot about EYBL, what's going on. Murph is walking in Memphis. And then, hey, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah, it really wasn't. Yes, exactly. Sure, you got Little Caesars, though, the other day. I'm very that was good. Yummy.
So what I didn't realize is, I should have realized this. I don't mean this as an insult, but Little Caesars is very popular with the kids. Very popular.
Right.
So Aurora now, like, she just texted me, hey, kids are talking about Little Caesars. I say you need to stand up and say your father is sponsored by Little Caesars. Mm-hmm. And now kids are very impressed. And Aurora is literally handing out the code in school right now.
Yeah, no, exactly. Get the code and get that free bread. That bread's awesome. Back the bread, baby. Back the bread. So I got a couple graduation parties I got to go to Wednesday and Friday. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get 6 Little Caesars pizzas. Very, 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 very yummy in my tummy. Okay, now we're going to talk about EYBL first. Then we're going to talk a little bit of. Let's go with Kobe L. Thiel's breaking news on the board. Okay, so. Ivan the Russian. I love that name. So watched quite a bit of this guy. Now listen, we got to go under the pretense of this. And again, Sheer and I aren't reporting anything here. This is, but we got to go under the pretense of this, Sheer. That with Ivan, we don't know. It's impossible to say if a kid's really, really good or not overseas, outside of like the no-brainer ones like Luka Doncic. Yeah, he's good. I can tell you that. Sheer, it's impossible to say first.
So I don't think he'll mind. I had a conversation with Eric Bossy about this a few weeks ago, and he said, back in the day, it was easier when like Omar Thielmans was your one, who wound up being trash, by the way. But you know what I mean? Like there were like 2 Europeans in all of college basketball, right?
Yeah.
Now you have it where there's 25, I think there's more now, closer to 30 guys signed with D1 schools. Some are 18, some are 23. How does that translate? It is impossible. And you're doing it where, as good as like evaluators as you can be, you're not seeing them in person. It's like when someone asks me if I like a guy, it's like, well, I don't know. I haven't seen him play. Like I have to see that guy play multiple times. And so we don't know. We don't know about their circle. We don't know about their competition level. And even if we do, like, it's just difficult. I am very comfortable in saying when it comes to international players, the coaching staff knows significantly more than I do.
Well, here's the thing, too, is that, like, you just don't know until they hit campus. Like, listen, we like Philly B a great deal on this show. We like Philly B. But at the same time, like, I could have told you probably within about 5 minutes that, that's not what it's supposed to look like.
Remember, like, the situation where everyone was like, we were talking about this before, like, everyone's like, why aren't we recruiting Stojakovic? And I was like, Stojakovic looks awesome in high school, whatever it is. And then Tommy's like, oh, no, we can't have Stojakovic in Philly.
He literally told us that.
There's family stuff there. We could never have him on the same team. And it's like, well, people don't know that. Like, the average person is wondering why Stojakovic isn't being recruited. There's so much more to the international situations.
Yeah, internecine warfare. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy said, quote, World War III would start.
Yeah, he didn't really say that. But yes, it is. It is. So here's what I like about him. This kid, though, he looks fairly athletic. He's strong. He's definitely strong. He's a mountain of a man. And,
he killed Apollo Creed.
Yes, he did. He did. He breaks other people's knuckles with his jaw. That's how strong it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he looks like he looks pretty good. Now again, there was a guy in the comments, and again, and I'm not beating him up at all, but there's a guy in the comments that was, or in the YouTube that was saying, that this guy could, I think, be a lottery pick. He's better than Dame Sarr. I'm not going that far, but at the same time, I mean, he looks pretty good. Does this guy show up on any NBA draft boards or MNBA draft boards? Because I couldn't find any.
No, I couldn't find him either. And here's the thing with him. So like, I know I'm not going to pretend like I know a lot. In terms of
just do it. We spend the whole show pretending we know.
In terms of the impact, right? We watch clips and all that, but the one thing I do take away is like the thing I go back to. You mentioned Philly B. If you remember Philly B's overseas highlights, it looked like they were being shot with a cell phone, and he was playing against guys that look like you and me.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the Zapruder film stuff,
right? Ivan, and I mentioned this last week's show. This dude is playing like he's teammates with Carson Edwards, Shabazz Napier, like grown men.
He's basically playing Big Ten competition right now.
Yeah. So I mean, he's no disrespect to college basketball, but some dude on Texas Tech isn't going to intimidate him when the dude's going against former NBA players. I think there is absolute value in that level of European. Like he's playing, I think he's playing right now, or he's playing today for in the playoffs or whatever. Like, yeah, it's the level of competition to me has prepared him better than a 17-year-old Euro or a 23-year-old Euro who can't move up. Like CD Gay, for instance, is a little bit younger.
Bedouin White's guy.
Right. He's a little bit younger. His competition isn't as good. He's played good players in high school and all that, but this is something where Ivan plays really good players every single game.
All right. Now, one thing I do have to say, in the cold soup countries, you have to play basketball. I mean, like I said, it's different. It's different than the kids. Like I said, hey, guess what I'm doing now in the off season? I'm refereeing basketball games on Sundays again at the Sporting Chance. I'm very, very good. I make $35 an hour. Yeah. So if I ever quit and I become a full-time ref at the Sporting Chance, you know where I went. But like all these kids here, they're all pampered and everything. Now, again, kids in Tucson generally not very good hoopers anymore. But these guys over there in these over there in these other countries, though, man, they gotta I mean, they're coming from a different side of the tracks right there. It's more personal for them.
Yeah. It's like it's different. Like the whole situation is just different. Like you're taking an American player who's going like 3 states over, grew up playing basketball, went to a nice rec center for the most part.
Yeah.
They're AAU players, right? They get free clothing, free gear, free transportation. Like they are very well taken care of. Everybody. These dudes are playing in like no rim, no
smoke-filled gyms, like with the coach with the Adidas sweatsuit, and he's got like that FDR cigarette handle.
Yeah. Like these dudes are playing in like parks that don't even like. Yeah, it's just a different ball game over there.
Right. Yes. Exactly. Now, Kobe L. Thiel is very unhappy right now because at the same time, Kobe L. Thiel, Arizona baseball won a couple games, so Kobe L. Thiel went totally quiet. That putts. Hey, stick to breaking stories on Shear's board, buddy. All right. Now on that.
Mike's very excited about baseball. Told me 7 a.m. He's locked in.
Hey, I got to ask you a question because you and I disagree on something with softball here in a second, and then we but no, I don't know. I like these players. I trust Tommy. No, get out of here with all these comments. It's not 2020. All right, so nice try there. Yeah, Cody is literally like terrified behind there right now. Yeah, it's like Cody. We know a state employee that is literally posting the most vile thing.
Hey, clip this, Cody. And if we have to bomb him to get that recruit, that's what we'll do.
We got it. All right, let's do a couple reads, and then we're going to get to the I got a beef with Shear. I got to post something. I got a beef with Shear. Beef with Shear.
Softball?
Sounds like a meat beef with Shear. Shear's beef. Oh yeah, I like that. But first, we need to talk about Andre Veras. One thing that we have endorsed. I endorse Ivan. I like Ivan. I think Ivan is good. So the guy in the comments and YouTube, I am saying I like this guy. We have fun on this show. But one thing that I am not going to endorse is Andre Veras. Under any circumstances, won't do it. Not happening. Not on my watch. Kobe L. Thiel might do it. That doesn't mean we're going to do it, Shear.
No, look, they might. Do they even do it where Ivan's from? Because we won't. We
No,
won't. When Ivan gets over here, if he's the guy, the
right.
first order of business is to make sure he does not endorse Andre.
No, yeah, for sure. We'll get over there. We're not going to let it happen, man, under any circumstances. There's a lot of really cool people in the chats, but at the end of the day, you guys can endorse him. We're not going to endorse him, but we can highly recommend him. Give Andre a call at 520-325-3456 and reference the AZ12 podcast for a complimentary initial meeting. Check it out. Also, this guy wants us to go to Ojos Locos with him, and we'll endorse going with him, but he's not going to get us liquored up so that we endorse him.
Ben just texted me and he endorses Shear's beef, but he's not endorsing.
But he's not endorsing Andre Veras under any circumstance.
No, absolutely
so
not.
Again, at the end of the day, we're not on my watch, man. Just not going to do it. But if we're at Ojos Locos, we might take some pictures. But you can get us liquored up as much as you want. We know the drill around here. Boom, nice try. Jesse Bridges, I can't stop thinking about what time that you endorsed. No. All right, Baggins. Everybody, we got to get to Baggins. Yummy in the Baggins tummy. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. I saw Dennis Walsh over there on the one on Grant. I saw his girth. Dennis Walsh drives a BMW.
Plane. He didn't have the plane.
No, he didn't have I don't think he didn't land it in the parking lot. Dennis Walsh has a BMW though. Sheer BMWs. Hey, remind me to tell you the story about BMWs in a second about this schemer that I met at the buffet. That was trying to sell college kids and other people BMWs. It was very, 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 very funny. But either way. Baggins is very, very good. So, again, 12 Arizona locations. Again, use code AZ12 for 15% off. Everybody go get Baggins. Very much we need to join Dennis Walsh there. And we need to, maybe he's on his jet, whatever the case may be. Check it out. Gringo Billy. Andy Bryant did it the other day. Very, very appreciative of that. Yes. Yummy. Okay, now. What are we going to talk about? A couple things. I don't want to talk about the one thing I was just about to talk about. Probably give me a little trouble. But what's the other one? What did I say before that? Oh, softball beef. Sheer and I have beef on softball. I very much disagree with Sheer. Sheer believes that the softball coach, the third base coach, should be fired or reassigned because her boyfriend went to North Carolina.
I didn't say fired.
You said 100% when Nick said they should boot her, and you said 100%.
Nick and I were joking. All I said this on the show before. It created a very strange situation for me when technically she was employed or whatever. GA,
why is it a strange situation for you? What does it have to do with you?
No, you know what I meant. But she went on a visit, and she's basically helping a student athlete leave Arizona. I thought it doesn't matter. Her career's over now. It's over. It's done. She's done.
Well, I still don't get she just went with her boyfriend on a visit. I don't get it.
Yeah, because she's a coach. I think it's weird.
I don't know. I don't really see. As a matter of fact, I would have a bigger problem if she didn't.
Nick agrees.
She
coach student athlete relationship itself is already a little gray area.
She's an employee of Mike. You're going to lose this one. She was
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Watch this. She was an employee of Arizona at the time, and she helped a player leave Arizona.
No, she went on a recruiting visit with him because that's where her man is going to go. I have no problem with it.
When she gets hired by North Carolina next year, will you think it's weird?
I don't have any problem with what she did.
When she gets hired by North Carolina,
she's an ex-softball player. She's an ex-softball player, and she is and she's coaching the team.
She also threw the game last night. The people saw it. She sent Altmaier to steal.
With what she did.
She sent Altmaier to steal, and Altmaier got out because she wanted to be with Henry.
There's nothing wrong with what she did. And Joseph, great point. Are we going to act like this didn't go through some type of internal compliance? Come on.
It's not against compliance. Why wouldn't it be against compliance?
Right. There's nothing wrong with it. Exactly. Thanks.
Yes. So really, do we want to go the compliance route?
There's nothing wrong with it. I just have no problem with what she did.
There's nothing wrong with it legally. Why would there be?
It's a moral gray area.
Yeah,
it's a moral gray area. Cody.
There's nothing wrong with it legally. So why would
Cody, did you change your Twitter profile like I told you to?
Absolutely.
Did you really? Check his Twitter profile. See if he did.
I'm not doing this on the show.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're not going to talk about what it is. So either way. All right. So I don't have an issue with it. All right. So anyways, back to basketball. Real quick, softball. Are they going to get rid of Caitlin Lowe?
No, I doubt it.
Right? She undermined her current employer, Mike. No, she didn't. You know that? You know that? How'd she undermine her current employer?
Because she helped Henry transfer.
You don't know she went on a visit with him.
Mike.
I think it's a nothing burger, just like Gringo Billy said. All right, either way, whatever. You guys are wrong. Okay. Let's get back to a little bit of EYBL, my friend. EYBL. Okay. Also, are they going to fire Caitlin Lowe though?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't.
All right.
So you think she's getting an extension then?
No. I think DRF is one of those coaches that has absolutely no issue with a coach going into the last year of their contract and then going.
Plus, she only makes like $220,000 or something. It's like
I think she's going to coach the last year of her deal.
Also, for a couple of the blowhards on the board, real quick, and again, this isn't for you, Boiler Cat, although maybe it is if you believe this. Listen, at the end of the day, anybody bashing Dave for the Caitlin Lowe hire is not going. That is so dumb. Any AD in the country is going to allow the most successful coach in their sports history to name their successor. That is what happens. It is always going to happen. And now, listen, if you want to say it didn't work out, cool. But every coach, every AD was going to allow Mike Candrea to make that hire.
I don't have any problem. But now the question becomes: does he get involved in the second hire?
I don't know. No, that was his hire. No, that's it. That is what it is. Yeah, except Loot. Loot actually, Big 12 Bobby, I'm going to take a little bit umbrage with this. It backfired on Loot, but Loot brought in KO as his coach in waiting and announced that he was going to be the successor. I mean, granted, it didn't work out, but Loot was given a chance.
What about KO for softball?
KO with softball would be great. Yeah.
If Arizona doesn't fire Lowe, then they're going to miss out on the Liberty coach.
We don't need the Liberty coach. Did you see? I don't want to get into it.
I was going to say, yeah, from Falwell's school, right?
Yeah, they tweeted, like, instead of, like, great win, their first tweet was, like, thank you, Jesus.
See, I don't get that. But when people are like, God willed me to this victory. So God must really, like,
it's like the joke I made. It's the most viral tweet I've ever had, Mike. And I said it innocently. It's like, God is a big fan of the transfer portal today. Because everyone that transferred was like, God gave you this advice, or it was like,
Yeah. All right. By the way, Cody, yes. We're good
Cody.
on that one. Okay.
Yeah,
so, anyways, all right. So let's get to a little bit of EYBL, my friend. EYBL. All right. Now, there's a couple guys that we need to talk about. Murph is ignoring us now. Oh, loser. But we know where to find you, though, man. But first, let's do a couple reads, and I want to talk because there's some really interesting things going on. I think. Welcome to the Rock. Welcome to Rock. Decorative Rock. Okay, now we all know that Green Valley Decorative Rock is in. Obviously, we know that it is in Green Valley, but it's in Tucson. It's in Tucson. We all know it. Boom. We know it's here, and I think we've done a really good job of pushing back against this.
Yeah. We're discussing pivoting to something else because we've won the battle.
We've won the battle. You know what? These little putzes can this is like whack-a-mole. We'll always have a couple people that are trying to spread disinformation, but you've been put in your place. You're in a hole for a reason. So either way, check it out though. Also, they deliver rock, they deliver paver, they deliver all that stuff. You got to get like a ton of their stuff though. You got to go north to Oracle, west to Marana, east of Sierra Vista Benson, and south to Nogales. Again, they're awesome. Mike is the man. They're killing it right now. Again, you want to check out Green Valley Decorative Rock. Back the rock, baby. Back the rock, serving residents and contractors. BridgeTech Communications. Our guy, Tony. We love Tony on this show. Sure, are you still going to the gym?
I am.
What gym are you going to again?
I go to the Marina, the Mark, the rec center over there.
The Mark.
I went every day last week.
That sounds like a school, or that sounds like a high-priced student living. I'm living at the Mark right now.
It's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah, but either way, it wouldn't surprise me if Sheer found out about it. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they're partnered with BridgeTech Communications, because you want to get a 750% average ROI. They promote 100+ health entities across multiple states, can help you market your gym or health, wellness, spa. Tony is the man. If you got a gym out there and you need to get it marketed, they do a great job of it. That's why so many people are out there, and that's what they are doing. Check it out, BridgeTech Communications. Okay. Let's see here. All right. We're gonna talk about this. Oh, hey, look who's slithered his way into the chat again. Joseph. Also, Rick Barons wants to know because he wants to co-host one day while you're gone. When are you leaving again, Sheer?
2 weeks from yesterday.
2 weeks from yesterday.
June 1st.
All right, we'll figure it out.
I will not be on the show from Monday to like all that week.
Where are you going again?
Anaheim, Disneyland, SoCal.
Oh, yes, slumming it. I got you. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's talk EYBL now. Christian Collins. Let me ask you this. If the U of A could have one player in the entire class, would it be Christian Collins?
I don't know. I actually would lean no. I think it would be Cam Holmes.
Okay, I kind of lean that as well. I kind of lean that one.
I mean, that's not to say they don't want Christian Collins, but I think Holmes represents a lot as well.
Yes. Holmes. Well, again, it's the other. Is he with Clutch?
I don't know, but we did find out that Carter is not with Clutch.
Yeah, that he's not with Clutch. Okay, so but Christian Collins, you really like Christian Collins. He's obviously good. You guys have him rated as the third best player in the entire class. He's still behind. Someone that you said was going to drop like a rock, like a Green Valley decorative rock.
They haven't updated the rankings.
Yeah, they have.
No, they haven't.
I thought they have.
No, not for 26. They have not.
I thought they did because I thought McCoy was there was no they definitely have because they had like 5 California guys in the top 5. Now there's some guy from Atlanta in there or something.
They have not. I work for 24/7. They have not updated.
Yeah, but why did they change some of the rankings around then? There's some guy from Atlanta in there that wasn't in there before.
It's possibility. It is. No, there's not, dude. I'm looking right at it.
Yeah, no, there's some guy from Atlanta or something.
I'm literally looking at the rankings.
Read me the top 5. I'll tell you who it is.
Stokes, McCoy, Collins, Ariza, and Crow.
Well, I was looking at something else. Maybe it was the composite rankings or something.
Let me look at. Well, the composite probably changed because ESPN came out with their rankings, and you're thinking of Caleb Holt.
Yeah, it was somebody like that. Either way, all right, fine, I'm wrong. I got my first L.
24/7 did not update their rankings. Caleb Holt's probably going to move up, dude. Jordan Smith is a bad dude, also.
Okay,
but I would be shocked if McCoy did. He's not even playing AAU.
Why not?
I don't know, but he's
all
not.
Right, but Christian Collins though, he's we like Christian Collins. He's obviously very good. He is a one and done.
Yeah, all these dudes are one and well, not all of them, but there's a chance that all these dudes are one and done. Collins is really good. I like Collins a lot. I think he's a guaranteed contributor in college.
You do?
Thank you.
You're going to go out on a limb and say that he is a guaranteed contributor.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Well,
there's guys I don't like in the top 5 or 10.
Who? You don't like Jason Crow? I like Jason.
I don't like Jason Crow at all.
I like Jason Crow. I discovered Jason Crow.
I think he shoots he's one of the least efficient high school players I've seen.
Yes, I like. Yeah. All right. Well, either way. Wait a second. Least efficient high school player. Yeah. Interesting.
In this class, his numbers were horrible this weekend.
Yeah, that's a dynamite scouting report. But yes, that was funny. All right. Cam Holmes, he's obviously good. All right. I think out of all these players, out of all these elite players that we're going to announce or talk about, if there was one guy that I would predict that is going to would commit before all these guys, it would be Cam Holmes.
See, that's an interesting one because he thank you, Dick. See what Dick just sent us?
Yeah, but Nick was wrong about softball. So
he is super inefficient. Like even I think Travis wrote like he has to figure out that he has teammates. Like he's
what team does he play on? Is he playing by himself?
He's with the Soldiers. So there's like he was on the team with like Stokes and all that this past weekend.
Yeah, get your shots up, man. You better get yours.
What were we talking about? Yeah, so Holmes is interesting because he told me that he's going to wait and see what teams do with the transfer portal. But this is one of the cases where Tommy not lying could actually help Arizona, because if Tommy tells Cam Holmes that they're going to take him and no one in the portal from his position, you kind of believe Tommy because he doesn't lie. So I do think that of all the teams recruiting Holmes, Arizona has the best chance to get an early commitment, but I wouldn't plan to get an early commitment, if that makes sense.
All right, P-Hoff, real quick. P-Hoff says, is Carter ever going to post a formal announcement, or was that interview it? I would hope that that's it. We need to move on from that. That was just let it be, to quote John.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just let it be.
Let it. Look at you.
Let it be. Let it be. When they're what is it? Mother Mary comes to me, singing words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. All right, Nick. Dennis Walsh is in the comments right now. Dennis, we were talking about you earlier. I saw your girth BMW right there. And in front of Baggins was very, very good. Now, real quick though, I gotta tell you a story. So this guy knows, or I don't know him really well, but he's a schemer though. He goes around and he tries to sell broken down BMWs to kids at like a low rate around the university area, like on their parents' credit card. And these kids are like, "Oh, it's a BMW," not knowing that thing's gonna break down in like 5 days, and it's gonna be in like some Autobahn shop then for like 4 weeks. Yeah, he was telling me he did that, and I said, I don't think that's very nice of you, and he did not care. Yeah, he says that's kind of fire. I could sell Kobe Thiel a BMW. All right, anyways, we're gonna get back to players here. Okay, so all right, so we got those guys. Then we got Akenna Elosi. Elosi is I get your point about point guards and freshman point guards. I do understand that. I get it. But when you've got one that's, when you get one that have a Challenger, dude, Kobe, getting a 2016 Challenger with 185,000 miles on it isn't a flex. Nice try. Nice try, kid. But I'll put it to you like this. If a kid's super elite and he's a one and done point guard, I think you can actually look at it a little bit differently there, Sheer.
Yeah. I have no idea. I have no idea what you just said.
Because I would also get. And, Kobe said
I got distracted by your Challenger, and then Rage is here. What did you say about Elosi?
Rage is coming on next week, by the way.
I got completely distracted.
Yeah. Oh, Akenna, I would absolutely, if I'm bringing in Akenna Elosi, and I would absolutely bring in Mason McGee as well. I have Mason McGee. I have him as an apprentice for a year, and then he's my starting. He's at my starting point guard as a sophomore. He's a top 75 kid. I have no clue why. All right. Kobe L. Thiel says, "Mike, my Challenger is a 2012." Okay. Either way,
I'm gonna ask our guy how Mason did.
Yeah. Okay. Good. But I that's what I would do though. I think you got a point guard in waiting. That's what I would do. But Elosi's awesome though, man. Like when you look at it, and again, I'm not going to pretend I've seen him once, but I've watched highlights. Dude, that guy's quick twitch explosion is awesome.
Elosi's really good. And the thing I always look for is, are they better than they were last year? Because if they're not, you start to get a little concerned. And Elosi's absolutely better than he was last year.
Elosi is now listen, like athletically, it's kind of interesting. How do I put this? He's not as big as Russell Westbrook, but he is absolutely as he's just super explosive. He's got rare athleticism when it comes to that. All right, real quick, Rage. I owe Rage an apology. It's not official yet, but Rage says every player is not coming to the U of A. He said Koa Pete wasn't coming to the U of A. He said Braden Burries wasn't coming to the U of A. Rage, though, also said that Carter Bryant would leave. Rage was right. Rage is going to take his victory lap next week coming on the show.
Has Rage ever been wrong?
Well, last to my knowledge, Koa Pete and Braden Burries are coming to the U of A. I mean, maybe I heard something else that Rage, but either way, Rage, yes, you're coming on the show, and you're coming on the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Anyway,
Mason McGee was very solid and played his role.
I'm telling you, man, you got to get.
I'm finding out. Yeah,
I'm telling you, I would offer both of them. I would absolutely offer both of them. Okay, all right. So Colton Hawthorne. Hey, we talked about that a little bit earlier. $9.99 Super Snap. Let's hear Jason's take on the Caitlin Lowe disaster class last night. I called Sheer about that one, and Sheer had thoughts. Sheer, what are your thoughts? You think she stinks?
I was. You can ask Shelby. I was furious. I very rarely,
like it's really something to get upset about.
I very rarely blame coaching for losses. Believe it or not. I'm very much the ball has to go in the hoop type of guy. I thought there were some really bad decisions yesterday, like some crazy bad decisions. Like I just couldn't. I didn't know what was going on. I was yelling at the TV.
Yeah, no, you were, and I called you and you said some bad words as well.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was pissed. You were trying to egg me on.
No, I wasn't trying to egg you on. I wasn't watching. I didn't care. Well, I know I did care. But I needed boots.
You'll be watching baseball. Arizona's probably playing
7 a.m.
Thursday at 7 a.m. We're gonna go live at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Yeah, live.
And we're gonna do one of those watch parties some shows do.
Yeah,
we're gonna watch seriously. Arizona baseball at 7 a.m.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's big. Yeah, all right. Yeah. So either way, Sheer would move on from Caitlin Lowe if it was up to you, correct? Come on.
Yeah, probably.
Right. Yeah. There you go.
I don't know. It's tough. She has a lot of friends. She's really nice. Everyone likes her.
Yeah, but
it's also softball, right. So it's tough.
I am curious though if they do offer Mason McGee and Akenna Elosi. I hope they do both of those. So we shall see. All right, now a couple other guys that we need to talk about. Hold on, where are my show notes here?
End of the summer, they'll likely sit down and figure out to offer Mason McGee, is my guess.
Yeah, I know. I agree. All right, Elijah Williams, he's really, really good. Elijah Williams is really, really good. Sheer Monty Williams kid. He's in San Antonio right now. He is a really good wing. Had a really good week. You've got guys have him rated as like the 46th best player in the class or something like that. I think he's probably closer to about 30, something like that. He's good though.
He's really good. He had a really nice weekend. I need to see him. I wasn't able to see him because EYBL screwed me up with having the games at the same time. But he's legit. He's good. He's absolutely a priority like anyone else in this class. But what I mean by that is when you're talking Collins and Ariza and all that, Elijah Williams is right there with all of them. Arizona's recruiting a very good wing class. Like that. Very good.
Would you slow play him though, like you would Cam Williams, or no?
Nope. Wouldn't slow play either of them.
Okay. All right. So you changed it. I got you. Good stuff. I had Mike Stock me flattered or worried. No, Dennis Walsh. I saw your vehicle, but I didn't see you in there. That's why I was a little concerned about it. I even real timed it, and then you real timed later, like 5 minutes later, that you were there. Mike, your post about Jack in the Box experience was wild. Should I tell that story or no?
I think you have.
Maybe tomorrow. I got to figure out.
I'm getting some awesome notes on Elosi right now.
Yeah, what do you got?
It would be likely Elosi and a transfer point guard because Elosi would be recruited as a combo guard to Arizona. So Arizona views him more as a combo than a point. He's very good at scoring. I literally said we're debating this. It's someone close to the recruitment. We feel he's good at scoring. Let him be good at what he does. Get a big point guard to go alongside of him and let them both go to work. So we're approaching this incorrectly. So they would get McGee, I think, with Elosi, and then a transfer point guard on top of that.
Oh yeah, I like that. The more the merrier. Hey,
you know what's going to McGee and a transfer point guard, and then Elosi would be at the 2 with McGee and the transfer point guard. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Mason McGee though is what my guy in this class. I like Mason McGee a lot. I'm a big fan of Mason McGee, and what I do like about him though is what I do like I said about him is I know exactly what I'm getting. He's solid. He knows exactly what his role is, and he's a winner. We like winners on this show. McGee is the man. Okay, now we got to give N-Dogger a lot of credit here. He noticed something the other day that was very impressive, and we're going to talk about that. But first, we're going to pay a couple bills. What do we got?
Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my bills?
Comfort X HVAC, my friends. Comfort X HVAC. Now, let's say you're like Kobe Thiel and you're driving around in your 2012 Dodge Challenger with 185,000 miles on it. Probably the air conditioning not working as well. But you're saying to yourself, man, the last thing I want, though, if I'm driving around a car without an air conditioning is getting home with no air conditioning. That would be 10 times worse. You don't want to be like Kobe Thiel in that regard. So Get these people in there. Get them in there to check it out. It's really, really good. Again, you can be like Tony Gimino, save over $2,000. Residential and commercial HVAC expertise at affordable rates, built on trust for the long haul. Perfect track record. Small business with big savings. First-time clients get a free AZ12 shirt. Don't be like Kobe L. Thiel. Don't get caught with your AC not working in your car and then going home to a house without an AC as well. Get it and get it checked out now. Comfort X HVAC, plus you get a free shirt. Free shirt. Okay. Oh yeah. Now we got the Botox Scottie Pippen or the Hawaiian. Jacob Franklin's coming on 11:15. Everyone. So all right, this guy though right here, Cody. I need you to enlarge this. The mess with the paw. Get the glove shirt. These things need to go. These things need to go quick. But either way, go there. az12-podcast-shop. .fourthwall.com. Check it out. Very good stuff. Cody. Sure, where'd you go?
Michael.
Sheer. Holy moly, I don't know where Sheer is. Oh, Arizona Primary Eye Care, back. Look at these glasses, man. These things are making me look. Oh, P-Hoff. Yeah, real time your polo, buddy. Look at these glasses, though, man. Look at these things. Look at these things, Sheer. They make me look like Michael Douglas pre-getting all those diseases that he was talking. Remember when Remember when he was talking about that? And he was doing
You do look like the falling down guy for sure.
Yeah, I'll take it, though. Look at these. Look at these. Yeah, check these things out. These things are awesome. I look cool. And when a BMW breaks down, these glasses will help me figure out why it broke down, mainly because they always break down. But always, AccuViews are now offering $400 towards contacts, $150 for disposable. Same-day urgent visits, 520-322-2713. I am getting my year-long daily supply of contacts. And again, Cheryl, Lane Allen, Land the Man with the master plan, says, Cheryl, I need an appointment. Yes, Cheryl. Tweet at Ral Mom. She's the best. We very much like Ral Mom, just like we like Land the Man with the master plan. Okay, now let's get into a couple other players here.
Arizona just made it's not news, but Arizona just made the Florida game official.
Oh, did they?
November 3rd, T-Mobile Arena.
No, it's awesome.
You know why I like why those games are cool? I believe that is the first night of games. So like Arizona is the first major college basketball game of the season.
Listen to this. Oh, this is good. Harder to find a better deal than the championship package or Bison Daily. Oh, Big 12 Bobby. That was very funny. Okay. Now, Brandon Chappelle, we got to give N-Dogger a little bit of, we got to give N-Dogger credit. Another guy, boots on the ground. Well, he's not boots on the ground. He's in Texas, but he's watching this though. And he was Brandon Chappelle out there looking at players. They're going to recruit a guy that Tony Bryant. Wasn't that the name? Tony Bryant.
They were recruiting him before Chappelle. They just haven't really. I don't think they're going to get him, but they're kind of.
Yeah, that seems like one of those BS recruitments. Like, remember that guy you were trying to say that the Arizona was legitimately serious about, and there was no chance they were ever going to get him. That like the little point guard who was like 110 pounds, but he's really good.
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. No, he ended up. He's like, you were right. He's really, really good.
It was Feline, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Feline. It was no, he didn't even visit here. Who was it? No, I think he was supposed to visit here for the Duke game. And he didn't.
He's
like 100. Like I said, he's a little Caesar.
The dude that won up, Mikel Brown.
Yeah, he's a toothpick of a man.
Mikel Brown. That his dad was basically like, recruit me to Arizona, and like, yeah, Mikel Brown.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. I do believe, N-Dogger. I do believe, and we talked about it before, that the New Mexico kid. If I think that's what here's what I think ideally happens with the point guard situation at the University of Arizona. Here's what I believe: you get Ty Washington, the Jeanette kid at New Mexico is like 12-5 and clearly good enough as a point guard. You bring him in, and then you bring in Mason McGee. Boom.
Ty Washington.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
What are you talking about Ty Washington for?
I don't know. I didn't bring up Ty Washington. He brought up Ty Washington.
You just said Arizona point guard situation, Ty Washington. I think you just combined like four thoughts.
Who, me? I didn't say anything. I was just reading Kobe L. Thiel's remark about Ty. He's probably he's probably got heat stroke from that Dodge Challenger with 170,000 miles on it.
My educated guess is that Arizona's going to bring in like 4 transfers next year. Yeah. One of them will absolutely be a point guard.
Hey, I got a question then. So here's the other thing that we need to talk about a little bit is See, there are some people on your board, as Ray calls him, the wet noodle crowd. What do you mean I'm out to lunch? I was just quoting Kobe Thiel. Kobe Thiel brought up Ty Washington. I didn't bring him up. Here's as Ray calls him, the wet noodle crowd. So now this is our there's definitely people on your board that no matter what they say, they do not like Tommy Lloyd. And there's always some complaint. And for the longest time, it was that Tommy couldn't recruit. Well, Tommy's shown that he can recruit. You know what I think's about to happen now, Sheer? Is that he brings in another top 5 class. They're also probably going to be saying, then the same people will say, guess what? Tommy can't retain his roster, so it doesn't really matter if he can recruit. I think that is the next thing.
Yeah. It's to me, there's a group of people that are always going to be questioning or not happy, right? Like it's just not like they're just not going to be happy no matter what. And so Tommy lands a top class, even if they make, like, let's say they just made the Elite Eight, right? We both know what the shift would be after that.
Yeah, of course.
Tommy has to make a Final Four.
Tommy has to make a Final Four. He's not really the
Final Four, and they lose to the Final Four. Well, now Tommy has to win the national title.
Yeah, no, it is.
Tommy wins the national title. Let's go. Well, now the standard has been set. We expect Final Fours every year. Like, it's just the way that people operate.
You know what I don't understand, though, too? I don't understand why those same people won't just say, just admit you don't like Tommy Lloyd.
Yeah.
And then we can get through that. Yeah, but no, that will be the next thing. It'll be roster retention. They'll say that, all right, this has been asked like 35 times by Big Ten Jed. When does the 2028 boys basketball ranking come out for 24/7?
2028. I don't even think we've sat down and thought about that.
Yeah.
Tickets for the Hall of Fame series in Las Vegas go on sale May 30th, everyone. May 30th. And it looks like Arizona. Oh, Mike, I'm talking about Florida, Arizona. Both games will be nationally televised on TNT.
Interesting.
Yeah. TNT sports networks and platforms. Arizona will be the first game of the
Interesting. All right. Let's see here. All right, now Jacob Franklin is supposed to be joining us here in a second. Hold on a second. Hey, watch this. It's going to be good. Keep talking about recruits while I call Jacob Franklin. Oh, Wobbington.
He played well. He had one bad game statistically, but he played very well. Villanova offered and Washington offered based on his performance. I hope Jacob doesn't cuss. He says a lot of bad words.
Yeah, no, he is. Yeah. Hold on.
What happens if he got told no?
Hey, get in here.
Uh-oh.
All right, he's hopping in. Good. Hurry up, Jacob. Okay, now, all right, yeah, that was good. Yeah, I like Wobbington. I do think that he's going to end up getting an offer, though. Sheer, would you agree with that?
Yes, I do. Arizona has not offered 2027 kid. You want to?
Yeah, and it's not like there's any connections or any kids that are clearly good enough.
You want to say right now who gets the first offer? Who's it going to be?
I'm going to say it's going to be Jason Gardner Jr.
Wow, over Wobbington and Bruce Branch. Wow.
I mean, I don't know. Those would be my 3 targets. Those would be my top 3 targets in the entire class. Would you agree?
No.
Who would be your top 3 targets that are realistic? You don't like Wobbington, though. That's true.
You said realistic.
Yeah.
Oh. 2007.
2007. We're not going back in a time
2027. Branch is up there. Wobbington is up there. Yeah. And then probably Gardner. Yeah.
Yeah, I was right. Yeah.
I like Roebuck a lot, but I don't know if I'd offer him yet. There's also another guy I need to see that Arizona started in a little bit named Tavid Johnson.
Tavid Johnson? Is it the traditional spelling of Tavid?
Tavid. Tavid.
Isn't that a city in Phoenix, like Tavid or Tavine? Tavine.
That's Levine.
Levine.
He's a combo guard out of San Diego. I've heard pretty good things. I think Arizona's seen him a couple times.
Yes. All right. Now let's join it. Oh my gosh. Coming to us live from SRS. Oh my gosh. Look at the SRS background. The snitch, the man, the legend, Jacob Franklin. Hello, Jacob Franklin.
Hello, Mike Luke.
How are you doing, Jacob Franklin?
I am doing my best to hang in there. I think we finally hit the 4-month sleep progression with the new kids. So we're really going through it right about now.
Jacob, Fill us in on what's going on with Mr. Jacob Franklin in his life. Also, we're at 170 lives. Everybody, tell everybody Jacob Franklin's on. Let's push this up. All right, what do you got? What do you got, Jacob?
It's been unique. We had our second kid in January, and so that has definitely been a transition for our family.
Right.
And he is now 4 months old, and our 2-year-old is running the house pretty much. So that is kind of where we stand.
Interesting. Cher, what's your first thought for Mr. Jacob Franklin?
I just miss Jacob,
Yeah, no, I miss Jacob as well.
Jacob, should we give Jacob Jacob, we're gonna give you a little Arizona D-back talk. How the boys doing?
Yeah, I was actually wondering because Mike actually didn't give me a single talking point, which there's no surprise there. He basically just said you're coming on at 11:15, and I had no idea what we were going to be talking about.
Oh, don't worry, we got subjects, Jacob. We got subjects.
What are so D? Are we talking D-backs?
No. But here's my show notes. Boom. You don't get it. You don't get anything beyond that. Okay. But Jacob, all right, talk D-backs, and then we're going to talk about some other things that you want to talk about.
Yeah, the D-backs are it's a slow start to the season, but they had a pretty tough schedule. I mean, 16 games in 16 days against the Dodgers, Phillies, Giants, Mets. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty gnarly stretch of games there. And so to come out of that 8-8, you kind of just have to hope that things start to look up when you start playing the Pittsburgh Pirates of the world and the Colorado Rockies and not give up 14 runs to them. It's pretty miserable. You're
a big fan of the D-backs bullpen. This is true, Jacob. I see you tweeting about them a lot.
No, I'm not a big fan of the D-backs bullpen. It's not all that great. They are missing their two most important pieces at the back end of that bullpen to kind of stabilize things a little bit. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we see Justin Martinez come back in the St. Louis series that's coming up at the end of this next week. And hopefully, I mean, baseball's funny. You get one guy that like he's missing. And sure, you might be able to test this. Like you get one guy back, and everything else kind of just falls into place because everybody feels like there's somewhat of an organized role there. So hopefully, getting the closer back will enable them to kind of stabilize in the back end.
All right, now Jacob. Brian Denton.
We have one more D-backs question.
Yeah, what do you got?
I need to know Jacob's explanation for Zach Gallen's regression.
It is definitely a kind of one of the biggest enigmas of this season. Obviously, he struggled in the second half of last year as well, so this is not unique to this year. Toward the second half, he definitely seemed to struggle to find the zone. But it's one of those, it's a cat and mouse game, right? You throw no strikes, and people are able to lay off your best pitch, which is his curveball. That's what he strikes everybody else out on. And if you then try to correct and overthrow a bunch of strikes, you're going to get hammered. So I think he's kind of struggling to find his spots right now and, trying to get some strikes over the plate. But I was at the game on Saturday that he got kind of shelled by a pretty miserable team. It felt like he was just trying to be aggressive, and they just ambushed him, hoping that he was going to try and throw strikes out of the gate. So it's tough. Hopefully they can get him figured out. Worst case, we have Corbin Burns and Merrill Kelly to hold down the top end of that rotation. Brandon Pfaadt as well. So I don't think they're hurting too bad, but it would be a pretty big weapon if they could get Zach Gallen back to at least close to form of what you would expect.
Oh, we got a $4.99 super snap from Andy Bryant. Super snap for the return of the great Jacob Franklin. Now, Kobe L. Thiel's calling you out here. Kobe L. Thiel just messaged me, and he said, I was at that game. I don't believe Jacob was because I would have seen Jacob there because he is 6'9".
I was standing in center field. He could have come said hi.
You were in center field? You were on the field?
I actually was. They actually put me out there and put Alec Thomas's name on my jersey.
Right. When are you moving to SRS then?
No set date to move anywhere close to Seattle, actually.
Washington, though, right?
Washington or Oregon, yeah.
He can't leave us. That's what it comes down to.
You're not going to.
You're not going to. You can't. It's too far.
Just so you guys are aware, the invite to my house is always open if we move.
Dude, we went to Seattle. It was terrible. And Sheer liked Seattle. It was awful. Sheer, you even admit that it was awful.
Bad that time. It was bad that time.
Yeah, like lots of bad stuff there going on, Jacob. Now, Jacob, you wanted to make the case then for Bobby Hurley. I noticed that when I was looking at this, I was like, I know that you've been a big Bobby Hurley guy over the years. Let's talk about it. Are you ready to throw in the towel on Bobby Hurley, yay or nay?
I was definitely pretty ready to throw in the towel probably 3 years ago.
What? 3 years ago? That's when he was at his best.
Yes.
No.
Right. I don't get what do you mean? That was it when he was at his best, man. I don't get it.
Bobby Hurley 3 years ago was the tournament.
Yeah, that was a tournament team. Are you really going to get rid of a tournament coach?
You could see the writing on the wall. It was like every single year you're there, you make the first four or whatever it is, and you just kind of hope that you can get out of that game. I'm
You made
good.
the CBC this year.
Yeah, you were in the Crown Invitational.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, Jacob.
And lost.
You would move on from if you were the how do I put this, the AD of the University of Arizona State. Arizona State. Yeah.
If I was Graham.
Yeah, if you were Graham, you would say, would you say, listen, you got to come to my office, meet the Graham, and then we are going to get rid of you. Is that what you would do?
I mean, so here's where I get stuck. Here's where I get really stuck. They have verbally committed to a 3-year renovation of Desert Financial.
It is a dump.
It is the worst. It's
a total poo hole.
But they verbally committed to a 3-year renovation that's going to cost a lot of money, and Bobby technically only has 1 more year of extension left on this contract. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It feels like maybe it's kind of one of those, all right, here's your last shot, because we don't want to pay a buyout and also start renovating a stadium. And worst case for them, they're 1 year into the 3-year renovation when they're hiring a new coach, so that coach doesn't have to wait for the full renovation to be over.
Interesting. Also, Jacob, you're being called out left and right in these comments. Patrick Stark.
You have not forgotten the
remember? Yes.
was
that one of the most underhanded things that a man could ever do, Sheer?
It was one of the most hurtful things.
Can you stop misremembering this period of time? Because I said you guys could come. I just said I already had a team I was playing with.
You didn't tell us that
So
when we were making the plans.
You were too lazy to find your own team.
You don't know, Jacob. We already had a plan. You said that we could sit with you, and you decided that you weren't going to do it. You threw us under the bus.
This is true, Jacob. This is
not true. It's not true at all.
Jacob, all right. Yeah, but this guy, between the Pat Tillman comparisons, between the pushing us out of pickleball, Jacob, have you ever looked back and said, you know what? I made some mistakes.
No.
All right.
Oh, you thought about it though.
Yeah.
There was a little thinking.
You were thinking about it a little bit. All right. Now, also, we were going to drive all the way up there to see Jacob, and he's like, "Yep, not going to do it."
I would.
You would have been in the same room as me. You're just being childish. You're being a child.
All right, now, Jacob.
A petulant child.
Now, Jacob, you wanted to talk a little bit of Arizona football as well.
They're miserable.
Whoa!
But wait a second here. Arizona football has become NFL Draft U, my friend.
Oh, I got a good one.
Two straight years of first-round picks, and T-Mac is better than any player you've ever seen at ASU. Boom.
Better future, Bobby Hurley and ASU basketball, or Brent Brennan, Arizona?
Oh, that's a great one. Did you just swear?
Yeah, that's a great question.
By the way, Brian Denton, he went to LD. He's LDS, so he went to Mesa High School. You went to Mesa, right?
I'm not LDS.
Are you a Torero?
You went to Mesa, right? Mesa High School?
No, I went to Red Mountain.
Oh, same place. Okay, but go ahead. That's a great question. Shearer just asked you.
Should I choose neither?
No, that's not what we do around here.
Mike would even admit this. You guys are about to get owned by Kenny Dillingham for like the next 10 years.
Oh, he's moving the goalposts.
You're moving the goalposts. That's not what we asked there, Jacob Franklin.
Brighter future.
Who's got a brighter future?
Honestly, it's probably Bobby, because we're not stuck with him for more than a year.
Well, I don't know if Arizona's stuck with Brent if he does bet poorly.
Yeah. Wait a second here.
We'll find out.
Now, listen. Let's talk Arizona football this year. Now, listen. There's hope springs eternal. Look at it this way. No, I didn't cuss Jesse Bridges. Jacob Franklin's
body mouth Franklin over there.
Yeah, seriously. We're gonna get, dude. If this show gets banned from YouTube because of Jacob Franklin, we are showing up at your house.
It would be banned off TV. I would get banned off television.
Oh, yeah, exactly. All right, now, by the way, everybody making Totri comments. I love Totri. Totri's my guy. I text with Totri all the time. Be nice to Totri. Now, if he's trolling you, go after him. That's fine, but I love Totri. Totri's the man. I just disagree with everything he says. But he's a cool dude. All right, now, Jacob, let me ask you this. Looking at Arizona football this coming year, you look like a guy that's pretty confident in Noah Fafita having a bounce back year.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll give him that for sure. I mean, if he had such a generational weapon in T-Mac, you surely would have thought it would have been much better last year, right?
Oh, no, but well, dude,
come on.
Oh, come on, dude. We had my sister as the offensive coordinator. That doesn't count. We have a real OC in here now, man.
That's fair. I'll see it when he's on the field.
All right, now here's the thing, though, Sheer, that's very interesting about this with Mr. Franklin that I don't think that we're giving him enough props for. ASU was picked to finish dead last in the conference last year. Guess what? They won it. Arizona probably going to be picked to finish dead last in the conference. Guess what? We're going to win it.
Probably finish dead last in the conference if we're being real.
What's that?
Probably going to finish dead last in the conference if we're being real.
Oh, Sheer.
Disgusting.
Dude, this is just terrible, Jacob. There you go. All right. Now, with Dillingham, here's what we need from Dillingham. We need Dillingham to have one more good year and go off and coach the Cardinals. How about that?
Yep.
If he stays with one of my teams, cool.
Isn't he? He's a Steelers guy, isn't he?
Is Dilly a Steelers fan?
We're going to start. We tried to start.
How many first-round picks are you guys going to have off of this year's team?
Multiple.
I mean, we're first-round pick you at this point.
Yeah.
Because we might have 2 top 10 picks, so.
Oh, no, you're not.
No, you're not. Oh, stop. That's all nonsense. We'll see what you're – hey, are you worried about with the scat back being gone? How you're gonna do?
We will see. I mean, yeah, it's definitely going to be a different dynamic on the offense, but I surely trust Kenny and his staff to figure things out. I mean, Udo's a pretty solid replacement on top of the fact that Kyson Brown is coming back. Yeah, it should be really interesting to see what they do. But as long as we have Sam Levitt and Jordan Tyson and they stay healthy.
Hey, Jacob, you've got a growing family. This is true, correct?
I mean, we probably cap at 2.
Oh, you're not gonna have more kids?
No, I think we'll probably cap at 2.
Are the elders gonna be okay with this?
I was gonna get LDS checked. 2, like for now, like this month, you mean, right?
Jacob, come on. Jacob, but you know what you should do, though, with the family, though? You should take them to Little Caesars, my friend, yes. And use this code right here, because guess what? If you order some pizza, guess what? You get some free crazy bread. It's really, really good.
Babies love crazy bread.
The misses as well. LCFREECC. Jacob Franklin, that will work for you. You should do this. Will you do this?
I mean, my kid would eat some pizza for sure. Probably eat some crazy bread too.
All right. I mean, they're growing kids, and there's one thing about Little Caesars is it helps the kids grow. Not that they need any help with your bloodlines.
Which direction?
Which direction? Up and down, or up and out.
Yeah, up, down, left, right, all of it.
Yeah, Jacob, will you real time this for us? Will you make us look good?
How old is the youngest one now, Jacob?
How old is the
Young? I literally mentioned that like 2 times at the beginning of this. If you guys weren't paying attention, that's on you.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, we weren't paying attention. Go ahead.
4 months, guys. 4 months.
4 months.
Cody,
He's pulled it up for crazy bread.
Yeah, I don't think he's eating solid foods yet.
Yeah, just baby bird it, you know.
What about the oldest? What about the oldest one though?
Oh, she puts down food for sure. She's a good eater.
Yeah. All right. So again, you should do it though. I'm just saying. Hey, Jacob, can you stick around for a few more minutes? We got like 2 more reads. We got a couple reads. We got to get in here. Can you do this? Can you stick around?
Put me in the back.
Okay. Yeah. Put him in the back. I don't want to give him any trouble. Put him in the back. Remove him for a second during the reads, and then we'll bring him back in here. Come on. What do we got? Talk to me. Back the A, baby. Back the A. Oh, Eris Dental. Now, look at Jacob Franklin. Look at this woman right here. This woman is excited because, listen, she is going to go to Eris Dental, Tucson, and guess what? Shira, have I told you about the championship package?
I can hear it over and over again, Mike.
All right, here's the deal with the championship package. $19.97, my friends. The championship package, that gets you an implant. So if Jacob Franklin needs an implant and a crown or whatever the case may be, yeah, that's the out-the-door price right there. You don't got to go to, like I said, you don't got to go to Mozambique or one of the cold soup countries, and you don't know like the tenor of what they're going to be doing there, they won't remove your tongue. They won't do any of that stuff. They're awesome. Land the Man with the Master Plan is great. We very much like Land the Man with the Master Plan. Dental implants at affordable rates. TucsonImplants.com, TucsonTeeth.com only offer necessary treatment. Very, very good. Look how excited this woman is. This can be you.
Actually, look at that.
Yeah, that was good. I thought that. All right, RJ's Frozen Cactus, baby. All right, now you might say to yourself, Mike, where RJ's Frozen Cactus? That was on Bar Rescue. Duh. And again, they've got really, really good food. Sure, you like the food there. This is true.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's true. Yeah. 100 plus craft beers, $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. No bad seats in the house. Pre-game at RJ's, then ride share to the game. And if you're like Dennis Walsh and you're flying Bert around in his private jet, that's still like the most humble brag ever. Bert, the richest guy in like Tucson, or one of the richest guys in Arizona, they got a massive parking lot for you. You can land that 747 right there. Check it out. All right, RJ's Frozen Cactus. We very much like it. No bad seats in the house. Boom. Okay. All right, now let's bring Jacob Franklin back for a couple more minutes here. All right, Jacob, let me ask you. How 5 minutes? Yeah, all right, cool. All right, Jacob, let me ask you this. How much do you miss me?
Oof. Wow.
What day of the week are we talking?
Why should it matter? Love is love.
Yeah, I certainly didn't like getting random texts on like
in the morning at like 4:30 a.m.
Yeah, it's 4:30 in the morning on a Wednesday.
What was the earliest I ever texted you asking for the show links?
Probably. You're probably looking at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You were up. You were up,
dude. You were up. You were breastfeeding, or you weren't breastfeeding. Well, I don't.
Yeah, you breastfed.
Yeah. Yes. But yeah, Jacob, you miss me though. This is true.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. All right. Now, Kobe Thiel, he wants to talk about baseball. Let's see here. Are you a fan of who's Arizona State's baseball coach?
Willie Bloomquist.
Oh, Bloomquist. That's right. Do you like Bloomquist?
He has not proven that he can coach down the stretch.
Would you rather have him or Chip?
Chip is. It just, to me, baseball's so funny because it's like a lot rests on your pitching and your hitting coaches as well. Like, it's really tough. Like, I don't watch enough college baseball to sit there and say, like, in-game managing. I just know that U of A's pitching is better than ASU's. What program do you think, what program is more likely to win a championship in the next 5 years? Arizona State or Arizona in baseball? In baseball?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think either of them are going to win a championship in the next 5 years.
That's not what I asked you, young man.
But sure, I'll go ASU.
Okay, ASU.
Yeah, the bats are there. It's just a matter of bringing in the right pitching and or a better pitching coach.
ASU baseball projected to be a 3 in Georgia Tech's regional. I was just reading
Jacob, why don't you come down for an Arizona baseball game? We will wine and dine you with Little Caesars.
Mike, I'm going to post something about Arizona baseball and laugh.
What's going on, Arizona baseball?
That bracket, D1 baseball does their projection. They have Arizona as the 2 in LSU's regional, which is funny for about a million.
We'll smoke LSU. Yeah, we don't. Hey, I wanted to ask you this, Jacob, before we sign off. This is something Jacob wanted to talk about. How embarrassing is it to be living up in Phoenix, knowing that every Phoenix high school football and basketball 5-star can't wait to get out of Phoenix to either leave the state or come to Tucson? How embarrassing is that?
It's not.
It's not what?
It's not embarrassing. I'm not embarrassed.
It's
Why
beyond
aren't you embarrassed?
he's saying it's beyond embarrassing.
You're humiliated.
Yeah, humiliating is what he's going for.
Like Koa L. Pete. Like with Koa L. Pete. That guy, like, we just take who we...
Just remember when our football team walks on the field next year, they are coming in as Big 12 champions.
Well, cool. Do we do that every year in basketball?
Big 12 champions.
Yeah, dude, cool. You got one. Arizona, here's what people don't get. Arizona and ASU football are far more similar than they're dissimilar. Every 10 years when there's a really good season and we pretend that it's going to be sustained, and it is not.
Talk to him, Mike.
Talk to me, man. Back it. Come on, Jacob.
You know this is true. It's all cyclical. Yeah, enjoy ASU being good now because in like 2 years it's going to go back to sucking, and Arizona will be good.
You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna bring, and then Dirk Cooter's gonna come back. Dirk Cooter 2.0.
Remember we tried to tell people
Rage in the chat. Rage over here. He asked if we're gonna beat Colorado. That game's super interesting because it is like a November game in Boulder, so it's gonna be pretty frigid.
You know what's, hey, you want to hear something really bad? And I might get beat up in the comments for it, and I might lose some people. I think I would root for.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Oh, no.
Yeah, say it, Mike.
Root for ASU what? Root for ASU what? Against Colorado?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
My dislike for Dion and that fan base, or the Dion fanboys.
What's your win projection for Colorado? How many wins?
6.
What are they in Vegas?
6.
Yeah.
Mike doesn't pay attention to Vegas there, Sheriff. He just dropped 6.
I'm gonna look.
No, I was right. Look it up.
Okay, stop yelling at me.
I am
They're
Vegas.
allowing for a push?
What's that?
You can't push.
I am Vegas.
It can't be 6. It's got to be like
6.5. It's 6.5.
Yeah, I was right.
Well, you can't say 6. That's not.
What do you mean? I just did. Why can't I say it? I just said it.
I can't find it.
Yeah. Hey, she agrees with me. I don't have any problem with the Colorado people. Once Dion leaves and all those losers get out of there, cool. But until then, though, I will absolutely. Colorado is my least favorite team. I'm sorry. I will say it. I'm going to say it. She agrees with me. So, yeah. Direct your messages towards Jacob Franklin on Twitter, not me. Plus, Dilly's a way better dude than Dion, so it just is what it is. All right.
Is Dilly a better dude than Brent?
Brent Brennan's an awesome guy.
No, Brent Brennan's an awesome human being. I think they're both. Yeah.
Brent Brennan's a great dude. He's just
Who would you rather eat your burger with, your Del Taco burger? Who would you rather sit down at a table and eat it with?
Dilly. Well, I mean,
Can I get a forks up, Mike?
No, but can I get a back the A? Can I get a back the A from Jacob Franklin? We should come up with a bet where you got to back the A on something.
This depends on the bet. Every bet that you've thrown at me is like, is there going to Arizona basketball?
I got one. I got one for you. This is a good one.
On Twitter.
Hey, silence. This is a good one right here. Here's what we do. Who finishes higher, Arizona basketball or ASU football? Boom. Let's do it.
ASU football.
All right, we got a bet.
No.
That's a good bet. I think that's a good bet.
That's a solid bet.
Boom. Okay, that's a good bet. Jacob Franklin, and then you will have to do.
Are you talking rankings or in the Big 12?
In the Big 12.
Like national rankings or in the Big 12?
No. Let's go national rankings because Big 12 football not good. So Big 12 basketball is good. I got a better bet. Hey, how about this one? We go. Who finishes high? Oh, this is good. Who finishes higher, ASU basketball or U of A football? I think that's a good one.
That's gonna be a push.
I was gonna say they're both gonna get last.
Unranked.
That's no. In the conference though, in the Big 12, that's a good one.
That is a good one, actually.
ASU,
that is a good one. In the Big 12,
you just got yourself a Twitter poll, Mike.
Yeah, but hey, what do you want to do that bet? I think that's a great bet.
No, we're doing the other bet. I already said I'm not doing more than one bet.
They're both fine.
All right, fine. They're both okay. Yeah, so who finishes higher nationally, ASU football or U of A basketball? And then I really like the other one though. I like races to the bottom.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Because that's more enjoyable because we can like humiliate each other. Jacob, I say we go with that one, and that's an even Steven bet.
Sure.
Okay, so the bet is this. Cody, clip mark this or clip mark it.
Yeah, clip mark it.
Cody, clip mark this. The great Jacob Franklin is agreeing with us that if ASU or if Arizona basketball finishes higher, or no, excuse me. Hold on. I'm going to do this. Clip mark this. All right. So if the bet is this, Jacob Franklin is picking ASU basketball to finish higher in the Big 12 standings than Arizona football in the Big 12 standings. That's the bet.
Yep.
Deal?
Yep.
Deal? All right. And here's the deal then. If you lose, you have to say back the A.
And if you lose?
I have to say back the A.
No.
All right, I'll do that little West Side thing that you just did. Yeah, West Side.
You'll throw a fork?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Can I just do this like Tupac? Tupac Luke? They call me Luke Pac.
Are you going to wrap us out, Mike?
Yeah, I'll wrap it out. Yeah, what should I wrap here? It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Jacob Franklin was in the streets trying to consume some skirts from the east so I could get some chilling in my ride, chilling all alone. Just hit the east side of the LBC trying to find Mr. Jacob Franklin in the
something
LBC. I don't know. Yeah. Jacob, you're the man. We appreciate you putting up with this nonsense. Boom.
We miss you, Jacob.
We miss you, Jacob. We like
Thanks,
Jacob
guys.
Franklin a great deal.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so that's clip mark that though, because that's going to be the bet. We're going to put that out there. All right. On that note, though, Jacob, go to Little Caesars. Though. On that note, though, go to Little Caesars. Everybody will be back with you tomorrow at 10:30 for the great Jacob Franklin. I am merely Mike Luke for the esteemed Jason Shear, for the Cody James Martin behind the scenes, trying to keep me in line. Jacob can tell you that that's a hard thing to do, next to impossible. TTFN. We'll see you tomorrow. Follow Jacob, by the way.